Juventus 2, Manchester City 5, an absolute demolishing of Juventus. Stick around, we've got plenty to talk about today. We've got player ratings at the end of the video. So let's start off with Al Hilal. Next up, we play Al Hilal. They got plenty of stars. Kalidou Koulibaly, João Cancelo, Ruben Neves, amongst some others. Plenty of players there to be a threat to Manchester City. Obviously, it's not as bad as it could have been where we would have played Real Madrid. Although I watched them last night, stayed up till 2 a.m. to watch Real Madrid, and yeah, they're not looking on it either. I mean, the same could be said for us. We're not looking on it right now, but we're looking hell of a lot better than Real Madrid. We're looking like the best team in the competition. I really think we're going to go and win this competition. I think we'll win the Club World Cup, taking 100 mils, and let's see what we can do with that 100 mils. Bit of cash in the pot. Next up, I want to talk about Cambiaso. Stay away from Cambiaso. Why would we get this guy? Now, a lot of people say he can play on the left, he can play on the right. First of all, we don't need anyone for the left. We got Vardiol, we got Nico O'Reilly, and we got Aït-Nouri. And we don't need anybody else for the left. For the right, honestly, do we really need Cambiaso? He's like a Tijjani Nunes. And we don't need no Tijjani Nunes. Nunes is good enough as he is. Yeah, so Cambiaso, stay away from Cambiaso. We don't need him. It's a waste of money. Obviously, I don't think we were anyway. I think that died down very quickly, and we need homegrown if anything. So Cambiaso is a no from me. Next up, our wingers need to be more clinical. Last night, Savio was good. Doku was good. I'd argue they could be a little bit more clinical as well. I like that relationship between Aït-Nouri and Doku, and I think we got a lot to see from them two coming up. Savio, what a banger. He scored an absolute banger. On his weak foot as well, by the way. I'm pretty sure he's right-footed. But the problem is, needs to be more clinical. If he gets into the box, we need to be thinking 50-50. 50-50 chance of him scoring this. And at the minute, he gets into the box, and I'm thinking, nah. So I'm always thinking release, pass, because I'd rather the pass go to, well, at the minute, a Marmoush. Haaland's looking a bit dodgy at the minute. Honestly, watching Haaland yesterday, that goal he scored, it was more of a rebound than anything. And you could see him talking to Bernardo after, like, oh, thank God that went in. I think he watched the replay on the screen himself and he was thinking, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I think he got a bit lucky there. Obviously, that pass that he made, that was a bit... It was a bit heavy. It was good control from Savio, was it? To take it under control. And unselfish from Savio to give it to Foden. Wingers need to be more clinical. That's all I got to say on that matter. It's through ball season, baby. Aït-Nouri, through ball to Doku. Doku, good finish. Don't take nothing away from Doku there. What a finish that was. You got to give him his flowers there. So I think he looks more polished than last season, Doku. And Aït-Nouri, I think, is only going to help him there. Aït-Nouri can go down the wing or he can go inside. It doesn't really matter. Aït-Nouri is very, very special. I think we got the best left back in the league. This isn't copium. I think he pisses all over Kerkez. Honestly, I do. I think in comparison, Aït-Nouri is a much better footballer. Maybe Kerkez is a better defender, but we got enough defenders. If anything, we need an attacker. So we got that down the left now. Aït-Nouri is something special. Nunes, the shining light. Nunes is absolutely phenomenal. He's basically listened to what Pep's got to tell him, and Pep said, listen, there's a space in this team for you if you can do this. And Nunes has gone, okay, and okay. And I'm not getting ahead of ourselves. I'm not getting ahead of myself. I think Nunes can be what we need him to be. The problem is we need homegrown players. Like that is a problem we've got. But you can solve that problem elsewhere on the pitch. Don't ask me where, because I have no idea, but I'm sure Pep does. I assure you Pep knows what he's going to do. But Nunes, if he can play like he did yesterday every game, what a player. What a right back. You know, he's a midfielder, and you could argue you know what, he's an everything. He's a jack of all trades. The guy yesterday was phenomenal. Take nothing away from him yesterday. His tackles, his pace, his attacking forte, his vision. You know what? Yesterday he could have quite easily played Ireland offside, but he didn't. He knew what he was doing. But yeah, Nunes, very, very good. Aït-Nouri, I spoke on this already, but yeah, he is something special. Like I said, best left back in the Premier League. We took him from Wolves. Wolves' his best player, and obviously United got their other good player, Kuna. But Aït-Nouri, he's got his own section on today's video because he transforms the way we play so much, and he turns one of our mediocre wingers in Doku into something special. Like I said, take nothing away from Doku, give him his flowers, good finish. But Aït-Nouri, behind Doku just feels a bit more protected, because what Aït-Nouri loses in defence, he makes up in pressing, and he will press to get that possession back. Like they've both said, Aït-Nouri said, Pep said, play with no pressure. And yesterday, Doku come out and said, I play with peace. Which means they don't worry. When they're attacking, they're not worrying. But when Doku first come to this club, he didn't press. He looked a bit lackadaisy, he looked a bit lethargic. And now it looks like he's on it and he wants that place in the starting 11. And I think Aït-Nouri is only going to help that. Less Rodrigo and more Rodri. Yesterday, don't get me wrong, Rodri is not back to his best. By all means, Rodri is definitely not back to his best. He's got another month or two yet. But he looked a lot better than the first two games. Last night, Rodri looked a little bit more like Rodri. But, you know, it's only to be expected. And no one expected him to start. He started the game and he played like 65 minutes. So if that's not progression, then I don't know what is. Rodri is coming back. Hopefully we get an 80% Rodri by the time the Premier League starts, because, you know, we're just going to play a whole lot better. And let me talk about that. Let me talk about that combo of Rodri and Reijnders in midfield. We're about to see something special. Now, I don't know what that means for Nico G. Probably just an understudy. Understudy to Rodri. Comes in when Rodri's injured or when Rodri's having a break. And, you know, does a job. He's no Rodri, but he could do a job. And I'd like to see Nico G at right back when we're giving Nunes a break. I think Nico G at right back could do a decent job. Said that in one of the previous videos. Right, let's get on to my ratings. Let's start with Ederson. Made two mistakes. Yeah, made two mistakes. The first one went unpunished, and then made the same mistake again, and didn't learn from the warning, and conceded a goal from it. All I can say is, wake up, Ederson. But, you know, he did have that pass down to Haaland. So, yeah, what do they call that? Pre-assist? Yeah. But yeah, Ederson, just nail it down. Nail down that position, mate. We need you. We need you ready for the Premier League. Take nothing away from our performance yesterday. We absolutely annihilated Juventus. Ederson, bit of lapse in concentration, led to a goal, led to conceding a goal, and there we go. I'm going to give him a 6.5. Matheus Nunes, this guy gets an 8.5 from me. He absolutely gets an 8.5 from me. I think if he can play like that all season, without any bozos, I'm very happy. So yeah, he gets an 8.5 from me. Ruben Diaz. SofaScore, give him 6.7. I'm giving him a 6.5. I don't think it's time to move on. But I think like Haaland, he needs a break. I think he needs to sit out for a bit. And I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I don't feel secure and confident with him back there. With a Vardiol next to him, yeah, maybe. But that's because I'm rating Vardiol. 6.5. Akanji. Again, 6.5. Nothing special. Nothing good. Both of them got bozos in them. And I think Akanji, you know, he played Vlahovic onside yesterday. Played Vlahovic onside. Nico O'Reilly couldn't get to him. And they scored from it. So yeah, we're going to count that as a bozo as well. 6.5 for Akanji. Aït-Nouri, he gets the same as Nunes, an 8.5. Both of our let's call them wing backs. Let's call them wing backs. Because they spend half their time down the other end of the pitch. Now, Nunes and Aït-Nouri had a relationship at Wolves. It looks like they've still got the relationship now. They both know what each is going to do. And you can't really have both of them pressing at the same time. So, if Aït-Nouri's down there, Nunes should be back. If Nunes is down there, Aït-Nouri should be back. Just for that sense of security. Yeah, Aït-Nouri gets an 8.5 from me. Rodri. What do I give Rodri? I ain't going to glaze. I'm going to give him a 7.75. I'm going to give him a 7.75. I think he was decent, but he wasn't our Rodri. But I think he deserves a 7.75. Couple of long balls. Good. He looked a bit more aggressive. Good. A bit more like a brick wall. Good. 7.75 from me. Savio. He gets an 8.3 from me. I think he was unselfish for the Foden goal. Take nothing away from him. That was a Savio goal, really. That wasn't a Foden goal. That was a Savio goal. I'm going to give him an 8.3. I just think he's got to be more clinical. He scored that banger on his weak foot. But they're once in a blue moon, aren't they? You can't expect that from Savio every week. So yeah, an 8.3 from me. Bernardo Silva. Very much the Rodri bodyguard. Didn't do nothing special in the attack. But was all over the pitch. He's a little Yorkie. He's a little Yorkie. He's at your ankles all the time. Always at your ankles. And he was there with a high up press yesterday, doing what he needed to do. After the game, he said it's kill or be killed. I just love his mentality. I love his mentality. He gets an 8 from me. Reijnders. Spectacular. Reijnders is absolutely spectacular. The through balls, which I didn't mention earlier because I wanted to mention it now. Those through balls are absolutely special. There's one thing that De Bruyne did for Haaland that made that a good team up, a good pairing. And as soon as he builds up that relationship with Haaland, Reijnders, oh, them through balls, they're going to be gorgeous. They're going to be gorgeous. Now, he spent most of his time box crashing yesterday. I love that from him. I do love that from him. He gets an 8.6 from me. He gets an 8.6. Those through balls, the runs he makes, honestly, we're all yapping about Cherky, but this Reijnders guy, I said in a few videos back that Reijnders is going to be more pivotal to us than Cherky. More pivotal for us than Cherky. And he's showing it. He is showing it. A couple of times where he looked a bit off the pace and he couldn't catch up to a player. But listen, if you can carry on playing like you were yesterday and you can keep crashing that box and getting those through balls, I'm happy with you, mate. 8.6 from me. Tijjani Doku. Another 8.5. Like I said, we'll give him his flowers. The guy's good. The guy is good. With that connection to Aït-Nouri, I'm expecting to see him a bit more sharp. Like he said, he feels peace now. So let's see it on the pitch. Tijjani Doku, this is the season. You pull your socks up. Because this is your last chance. I think this season, if you give us nothing, then it's time to move on. And as brutal as that is, it's the truth. You got to have truth. Tijjani Doku, pull your socks up or move on. Sorry to say it, but we could go to Europe and get another class winger. There's a couple of options out there, but Tijjani Doku could be a world beater. Yeah, that's what he gets, an 8.5 for me. Another player with an 8.5 for me. My moves. SofaScore give him a 7.1. I'm giving him an 8.4. Purely because he is dangerous. Yesterday he was dangerous. Now I'm not sure if that long shot was going in or not. Looked like it was going to go to post. Maybe post and in. But he looks dangerous. Even from miles out, he looks dangerous. He links up well with everyone. He's got a long shot in him, and sometimes when you're facing a low block, you need that long shot. We know he can do it. He won Premier League Goal of the Year last season, or Premier League Goal of the Season. And what a goal that was. Against Southampton, was it? Was it Southampton? Bournemouth it was, sorry. Yeah, what a goal that was. And, you know, it doesn't look like it's like Savio's, it doesn't look like it's a one-game wonder. Marmouth looks like he can hit them for fun. Anyway, we got Al Hilal next. What's your thoughts on the game from last night? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.